Hey, nubkeks jumping in at the start of the video because, yeah, something dropped literally after I recorded this. So watch to the very end to find the most up-to-date info. Ooh, spooky. See you in a sec. Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids, where today we've got a couple of pieces of news. First of all, this is not raid-related news, but I've got my hair, right? I've got the Geralt's hairstyle because apparently there's a new expansion for The Witcher 3, which is one of my favorite games of all time. I think it's like 11 years old now or something, which is kind of scary. I mean, it's definitely old, but apparently there's a new expansion coming for it next year. So, yeah, we're rocking the Geralt. My hair is sort of curly, so it doesn't quite work fully, but it's as close as I can get to it. My best attempt at the Geralt hairstyle, which is a bit of fun. Right, let's jump into some raid news. What do we have going on? So, on Friday, we're going to have a couple of different events, including a new path. Ooh, so we have 2x Sacred Shards. Love Sacred Shard, Sacred Shard, Sacred Shard. I guess their emojis don't work here. 10x for He-Man from Sacred Shards. The 10x is 1 day shorter. So, you know, you've got, if you don't want to get He-Man, if you already have him, you can pull and just get random legendaries. I think it's fine to get duplicates for He-Man. 10x kind of sucks anyway. It's like 97% of the time you're not getting He-Man, even on a 10x event. So it doesn't, you know, you'd probably, the amount of time you can spend, I think, debating the value of the 10x, it's, let's be real, probably not worth the time you're spending on it. Then we have a Path of Power with chance for He-Man's Perfect Soul. Points from getting artifacts accessories, so gear hunters, formerly known as dungeon divers, and summoning champions from shards. He-Man's 1, and then 2 to 5 split souls and 2 thematic avatar frames. So they're definitely trying to tempt you. I think this is actually quite cool. Having the avatar frames in there, that's a fun cosmetic thing. I don't recall there being any for the initial He-Man release, so that's quite cool. That's a bit fun. Something cosmetic, optional to go in for players who might already have a He-Man soul, and there's still some fun stuff to get. And the fact there's 2 of them as well, I think that's nice. And, you know, for me, it doesn't bother me if I don't collect them. I think they're fun collector items if you do want to go get them. It's up to you. The 1, 2, and 5-star souls is interesting. He-Man doesn't really massively benefit from a 5-star soul. I do have his 5-star soul. He doesn't hugely benefit from it. You're probably running him with Life Harvest. I like Life Harvest. That gets a decent chunk better when it's 5-star. Same thing with Lightning Cage. It is a decent chunk better when it's 5-star. It goes from a 50% chance to protect buffs to a 75%. That's cool. But he doesn't need the resistance. He doesn't need the accuracy. And I think the 6-star, not a big deal. He's not a champion I'd be rushing out to buy a 6-star soul for. Like, the speed is good. Making the blessing stronger is good, obviously. But they're higher priority options. So it's not like a Fabian or an Arman, somebody who really, really wants the speed. And you're going like, ooh, getting that 5-star, I can upgrade it to 6-star. That's cool. I don't think so with He-Man. So, yeah. He scales off of attack and HP. That's also worth noting. So he benefits from the 1-star. The 1-star soul, that extra HP does give him damage. Attack gives him damage. Defense is nice for survivability because he is quite tanky. And then obviously the HP and the crit damage, it's great for damage. So I think this could be an okay event. If you've picked up He-Man, you don't have a soul for him, then sure, getting getting some of these souls is not bad. At the same time, you could just buy these with Grey Essence. I think that would be fine as well. He'd be a pretty high priority to spend your Grey Essence getting him up to a 4-star. And that's probably good enough, to be honest. So I feel like this is very optional. Now, obviously, we'll come back to that in a sec. Obviously, if you don't have He-Man, this is pointless, right? The soul is useless if you don't have him. And it's the second time he's come back. It's probably we're never going to see him back again. Let's be real. He's probably never coming back, or like he'll come back in a few years. I think, to be fair, if they ever do bring him back in the future, they'd have to buff the guy. Let's be real. He'd need a buff. Maybe if the He-Man movie is super successful, they might do a second one. He could come back. They might do another promotion then. That would be a few years away. I think realistically, if you do not have He-Man, don't go for his souls. The long story short is pretty obvious, but we might as well make it obvious. If you do have He-Man, it's okay. I think you don't need to chase this. You don't need to go crazy. Totally optional. I do think souls for him are good, and you'd want to get them, but yeah, you could pick them up here. You could slowly buy them at Grey Essence. It depends. The question then is, what's coming in the future? This is all the info, by the way, that we have right now. The thing hasn't even shown up here. Next week, I'd expect to be a fairly slow week as well, just ramping up for the next fusion. It might start at the end of next week or the start of the following week. I've lost track a little bit. I guess we'll see. But yeah, it's sort of preparing for the new fusion at this point, basically, is what we're doing. And then preparing for potentially a big event. So this showed up. It's in the official. This is like Plarium's official channel, the announcements. You can also find that I've like the raid announcements channel on my own Discord as well. Look at me not using the raid announcements channel on my own Discord. Terrible. But yeah, this. An ancient evil stirs in the mistwood. That looks cool. Ever since the first heart tree fell to Sirot's insidious corruption, the mistwood has never truly been safe. Now that old threat wakes once more, creeping along the thickets and serene glades and tainting all with madness. Who then remains to stand against this darkness? And that's it. Mistwood has never truly been safe. So what's this about? Is this like a Grim Forest thing? What is it? There was stuff on Reddit. Someone posted this, Raziel31, shout out to you, posted it a day ago when I'm recording this. And we've got some comments adding a new gargoyle champion who's permanently petrified. That's a fun idea. Takes damage in every turns. Yeah, revives champ. That's cool. Gargoyle collab. I think this is probably the most likely to me. Chaos Awakes 2.0. We had the Chaos Awake event, so shout out to Gutler. I think this is, my guess as well. We had the Chaos Awakes event last year with Kurosa as the event dungeon boss. Chaos Awakes was a story arc about Sylvan Watchers and Demon Spawn. Didn't really pay attention to the story though. This was the Bastion last year with the vines all around. So we look at this. It's sort of vines. It's sort of like demonic, spiky growths, to be honest. But it's a similar sort of vibe. So how do I make this small? I'm not familiar enough with Reddit. If I don't know. Oh, there we go. Wait, no, we're still. Oh, it's a new tab. Okay, there we go. Interesting. Could be a collaboration. Could be a Grim Forest update. Sounds like an original or raid internal event rather than a collab with an existing IP. Looks like an original event like Chaos Awakes, maybe nature theme this time. There we go. So what do you guys think? That would be my best guess. And this is the stuff, by the way, that came in Chaos Awakes. What came? There was a coalition event. There were 5 new champions. 5 new champions. Tholan is the one who's blacked out right there. But with Balar, Grakos, Lemonisi, Kurosa. There's an event dungeon with Kurosa. The pinpoint set returned. And there were a bunch of new relics. It's been... and there was avatar frames and exclusive badges. That's cool. It's been a while, actually, since we've had new relics. So, yeah, they might even just bring the Chaos Awakes ones back if it's an internal event. I don't know. But, yeah, I do think... I could see this. I could see this happening. Middle of the year, I could see them doing a raid-themed event. Like a raid lore-themed event. It's not an IP with... Yeah, basically, it's not an IP with... whatever, He-Man. It's not an IP collab with Assassin's Creed. It's just raid lore. I could see that. Could be quite cool if they do add some Grim Forest stuff in there. I would love that. Oh, hello. Yeah, sure. I'll take that. Great. Beat something. But yeah, I would love to see updates to Grim Forest. How insane would that be? This has been one of the most positively received bits of content. No question. People love it. Yeah, everyone loves Grim Forest. Everyone loves it. Why not expand it? Add more stuff. Let's go. Let's make it happen. But yeah, let me know. What are your predictions? What is this? Is this just... I mean, they could come out and just be like, it's new lore for, I don't know, Balar the Lost. Because he's quite themed like these red flowers. He definitely fits. And he was from the Chaos Awakes thing. Like, it could literally be just, oh, it's a bit of lore. Right? Like... Remember they were teasing us with lore last year, and then it was like look at this guy. He clearly fits, right? He fits very well with this sort of theme. Yeah, they were teasing us with like Razin lore. It was like, no, it's literally just some lore for Razin Scarhide. He's not getting reworked. It's not a buff. It's just some lore. It's just some lore for Razin. Why? Where's the Razin buff? So it could be just random lore. It could be though. It could be that there's going to be that there's going to be some sort of new event. Okay, yeah. Holy shit. I didn't realize this. Look at the date. Look at the date. Let me zoom in on this date. May 30th or 30th of May 2025. This was 1 year ago. Chaos Awakes. What do we think, guys? Yeah, okay. I could see that. Yeah. So let's be honest, a fairly boring event. Let's be honest. Maybe they'll do something fun with it, though. Maybe. But a fairly boring event. Raid theme. Sorry, Raid. But fairly boring, probably. Middle of the year. May, June. Cool. Maybe into July. And then, bam! Hit you with a really cool event later in the year. Yeah, that's my guess. That's my guess. Hey, Witcher 3 expansion. Bring us the Witcher. Bring us the Witcher collab. Let's do it. Let's do it. Screw Mortal Kombat. I want the Witcher. No, I want both. Bring them both at the same time. I don't know. Sub-Zero versus Geralt. Yeah, guys, give me your thoughts. Anyway, also the confirmed news here is 2x Sacreds, He-Man, Path of Power. I think this is all highly optional. Am I going to pull for this? Hell no. I'm saving up for potentially Chaos Awakes 2.0. I'm just waiting. We're definitely going to have a new fusion. I'm saving for that. I think there's really no... I've got He-Man, I've got the Soul already, so obviously there's no need for me to do this. I think even if you don't have He-Man, I don't know. I'm just... Unless you're a huge He-Man fan, just not feeling it. Hey, I'm back. Good thing. right before the embargo lifted on this, they've shared an update. Unknown to Teleria at large. I'll play the video in a sec. Doom creeps through the distant woodlands of Peltas, and as the noble Sylvan turn their gaze towards an overt threat, they risk losing their very sleeves. No, their very selves. Uh-oh. Bad news. Wait, there is sound to this as well. Hang on, let me, might blow your ears off. I'll turn it down a lot. Let's see. Maybe it's too quiet. Okay. Web of corruption. Still don't know. It's probably so that there we go. It's confirmed. I think on my speculation in this video, I'm just gonna leave it in. We'll stick this in at the end. Looks to me like an event, right? Looks like an event. I do think it's quite kind of funny that who's fight. It looks like it's Warden versus like Azure or something, like two absolutely awful epics from when the game first released. I know like Ash has often said Warden is one of the worst ones in the whole game. But yeah, Web of Corruption. There you go. Looks to me, yep. So Chaos Awakes 2.0, Web of Corruption. Presumably Sylvans, Dark Elves, I guess as well. Maybe Bannerlords, which is what the faction he's from. Yeah, and that, I don't know, anything else that could be in there? Like maybe like the red sort of demon spawn stuff. I'm not sure. We don't have any factions stuff happening, but I'd say Sylvan, Dark Elves, absolutely. And then seeing as that the dude's in here, maybe Bannerlords. Let me know your guess. Thanks for watching. This is the end for real this time. See you next time. Goodbye.